Hello guys, welcome to Silvershine India, and today again we are back with another editor's feedback. It's also a new batch, right? Let's quickly have it. And for the editors, right, those who have contributed in the project, you need to change multiple things that I'm going to mention, right? First and foremost, you can see these dots, right? And this is like a badly cropped or removed version, right? So just see, you can notice this, right? White.
Looking for a tasty way to make...
So we just saw the chapter animation, right? Again, we are going to see it. So you see one problem over here, right? Do it properly, even for the future and for this project as well as. One more thing, just put this Dunkin little bit up above, along with this text, because it's in the way bottom, okay? Just put this Dunkin and both text a little bit upside. Just see it once more. Appreciation is very good kind of SFX you have used. Extremely great. But again, one thing more I want to emphasize. This low kind of overlay doesn't look nice. You could have done much far better. You know a lot of things, right? So this chapter animation is okay, it may be theme, but this overlay isn't looking nice, right? Killing the quality. See the quality of the text and the background, it's not looking nice, but still I'm saying leave it for this right now. But you can see, and remove this definitely.
Look.
So I suggested put that text above. One more thing, this is low quality thing, right? So if you use a single element that is of low quality, it is going to kill the, so this is the backdrop of that chapter animation, okay? You notice properly.
Looking for a tasty way to make...
So it's gone, but this is very bad quality thing. You see this quality and you see this quality that is going on. So instead of that, what you going to do, divide your donut into two parts, right? And you can just bring the both into make it one, and then your things can carry out further, right?
Looking for a tasty way to make build.
So this is I'm talking about the first editor, right? So this is like the contrast I love. This is our signature, the contrast color we use. See, this is the text. This is looking very nice, but you're going to lose this consistency in the upcoming part. You already informed me, but the thing is that you need to do, because we can't lose the consistency. The entirety of the video should look great, right? If your one part looking nice, another part looking very bad, it cannot be accepted. Neither it can be good for any viewers or anyone. Everybody will start clicking off. Just mind my words. So this is good.
Aliens, look no further than Dunkin Donuts.
I personally appreciate your motion work, right?
With its signature blends of coffee and mouth-watering donuts.
One thing more, you can blur this WSJ, right?
Donuts. This iconic brand has become a household name.
Another thing I've noticed in your work that you have used good quality of, means you have continuously put SFX, right?
Across the globe. But how do they do it?
This guy is looking okay, but believe it or not, this color is not matching, right? So this color is light enough, I can understand, but this pink that you are going to use further in the video is not looking nice. Just mind my word.
In this video, we'll explore the secrets behind Dunkin's success and show you how to turn your own small business into a...
Whenever you use a single clip like this, right? Try to use something in the, I will also mention another idea has used that we have informed earlier. Try to use something else, otherwise it's just looking another kind of a comp, right? This is plain video, you should have used some something in the side way, right? I will mention what I'm talking about in the later part, okay?
To turn your own small business into a thriving empire.
As I said, I like your motion work, but it needs lot of improvement. You're going to see this. See guys, the motion work is nice over here after this, but here is also from the expertise, many things can be noticed.
Small business.
But still, the attempt is very good, appreciated.
Business into a thriving empire.
So you see the
thriving empire. One delicious...
Again, the plain background is there. Don't use overlay on the entire screen. You need to mask. You need to use in the very side way, right? Okay, in the sides you can use the blur moving blur, then another overlay kind of thing, but in the very less opacity, because the side things are looking very very flat video, like other guys, like other production teams are making, like, and we are not the company who making very common videos. Okay,
donut at a time. Get ready to take a bite.
so I like these all motions, this contrast, especially focus on the contrast and the foreground. See, many times you are going to encounter bad images, like upcoming time, like in the upcoming part, you're going to see the old history, right? Whenever you start, the movie starts with the something background. So in that part also, I'm extremely sorry. In that part also, you guys need to take care of the quality, the signature quality that our company makes, right? So one more important thing is, use the PNG, right? Make the comp and just come with this kind of a contrast in everything, right? The movie starts with this contrast, so end it with this contrast and theme.
Out of the competition
And I like your motion, right?
and start making some serious dough.
So use the again blurry or something. I'll mention you, right, what I'm talking about. You can see, you'll see what's happening over here. Can you see the quality of the chapter animation? Can you see the quality of the chapter animation? Again, the color, text, everything is like we are doing, right? But still, one thing you should notice, see the side things, edges are blurred and something is going on. In the side, don't use the overlay on text any at all. And apart from it, see, can you notice this blur on the side edges? You don't have to do this in every movie. You need to be creative every time. But still you can see, and something is going on the side edges every time.
In 1965,
See, I was talking about this. In the side edges you just noticed.
17-year-old Fred DeLuca
Can you see the smoke in the side edges, right? I want this in our movie as well,
wanted
right?
to become a doctor, but he had a problem.
Story of
So you need to have something, it's looking flat video, okay?
Dunkin and how they made billions.
Again, one thing, you have used the bad quality of GIF, PNG, whatsoever you say, green screen. So as I mentioned earlier even, you guys don't need to use anything which is even a single element can spoil your hard work, right? So either don't use or try to get that thing in high quality. If you won't find anything, just message the, soon you will be provided with the asset as promised, right?
From donuts. Let's get started. Let's take a trip back in time to the bustling shipyard.
Extremely great part. The best means I like this creativity. Means it is very common. You will find in many movies, but I appreciate your creativity over here.
Let's get started. Let's take a trip back in time to the bustling shipyard.
Very good work, right? Now I was talking about this. See, whatever I am mentioning in the very fast manner, you have to re-repeat. Editors I'm talking about, right? So you guys need to re-repeat and need to learn from it, right? You need to update it by the night only, right? Okay, now the history part I was talking about. See, you have to change this, you don't have to change this text at all. You don't need to change the font at all. I can understand you must have used for the showing history or something. And again, I mentioned I am not appreciating this pink filter at all, right? And one more thing, you have used this overlay on the entire scene for many minutes, like, okay, I can understand you must have used it for the sake of showing history, but we don't like this kind of history because we people are over here to create the history legacy, right? So what is wrong over here? So wrong is what we can do the better. There's nothing wrong, right? It is one way of presentation. Sometimes you present with energy, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you have like a bad day, sometimes you do in hurry. But this is our work to bring you on to the best quality that you can do. Now what you could have done? You could have taken this big shipyard, or you can in future you're going to get these assets on your own. But right now what you could have done, you could have cropped this PNG, and then there could be again the similar kind of thing I was expecting as from you, like this one, right? This color coding is required everywhere. Okay, so how it could be done over here? This part. So you need to have it this cropped, and then you need to make it change this context, change this font, right? Again, back to the thing you were using. And if you have had this cropped and everything done, then you could have definitely bring this background back to the scene, right? this one drastic changes, right? And you could have used easily. Don't use this filter. I don't like this. You can use it somewhere if it is extremely necessary, right? So mention again, don't use this low quality of GIF PNG or whatever. Very good work. So again, you got my point, right? Bring the ship into the scene and bring this car, use the different cargo setups, right? And then write your text on the background, the shipyard of Quincy, Massachusetts, right? Okay, I think it's clear. Now what you have missed, you change this.
Shipyards of Quincy, Massachusetts, during World War II.
So when you use comp, right? Because once you use the image, then your comp will come like this, like Premiere one, right? 2D, right? But when you will use it into 3D, this entire, and you are using this, you have used over here with low energy. I totally understand, right? And one more thing, I provided you asset for many things, right? And you need to use those assets. You are using this old guy as your William Rosenberg, right? I think.
Rosenberg.
Okay, so as I mentioned, you will get this thing. So what he did, he was, you need to come on the industrial age, right? It shouldn't be in this way. Means that the story, the script should depict what's being said. Okay, and this can only be done when you are provided with the asset, as well as when what other guy use, they find another guy and crop their head and put that figure right over there. So, and one more thing, if you use the blank like the flat images that you have used in the background, then what will happen, you are compelled to bring this kind of motion that you are bringing, like 2D, like a Premiere guy. Okay, like you did in this, like you did this. Instead, if you have had this cropped one, then you could have used the 3D camera. I don't want this 2D work, right? And please remove this text again and bring it what I'm saying.
Here, William Rosenberg worked alongside hardworking laborers who had few options for lunch.
So I had provided you the guy working in looking with labor, right? The exact William Rosenberg. This is like another photo, and I have provided you, right, with the correct asset. He was working in the industrial age. Let me show you this also. So here you can see, right, this is like the William Rosenberg, right, working alongside with the World War II as a labor, right, means with labor, right. You can see many pictures are there, you see, and it is looking far better than this one. Why? Because this is the time, it is not getting related to your context, right? William Rosenberg worked alongside the laborers. So is this guy, means you need to correlate. And again, I'm saying, try to make everything in PNG form and try to make everything comp with a dark theme. Even if you want to show the history, go in black and white form. I have no problem with that, but you need to have that thing that I have asked you, right, in the PNG form.
Who had few options for lunch, seeing an opportunity to fill this gap in the market.
So you see, it's looking nice, right, over here.
Working laborers who had few options for lunch, seeing an opportunity to fill this gap in the market.
Okay, so this PNG, whenever it will come, it will look like better. And try to have a consistency in the filter as well as.
Rosenberg.
Again, one more thing. You use this, remove it, right? We don't want to use anything which is looking very dirty in the quality. This is looking dirty, okay? Remove it. And why are you using again the similar picture? You need to have something related to it. What you can do, let us say we are not providing you the asset. Let's say, assume it like we are not providing. So according to context, you need a guy who is doing this kind of work with the cropped head of this guy, right? The William Rosenberg in the scene, doing the similar thing with the head crop, right? You need to do that. And once we are providing you the AI image, and I showed you, this is like you could have used this guy over there, wherever the scene, it should come with the proper correlation, right? The correlation with the storytelling, right? So let's see again. So this part is not looking nice. Anything which is beyond our expectation in the quality should not be used.
Borrowed $1,000 and used $1,500 in bonds to start an industrial luncheon services with old telephone truck.
So again, you could have that this cropped, and then there could have been the great background, right? Thus red or anything according to theme. And you are going to use another truck, and you should have come with a composition work.
Converted into food trucks.
Right? You need to use that.
He served sandwiches.
I appreciate this motion work. I appreciate this, right?
Coffee, donuts, and snacks to the hungry workers. In 1948, Rosenberg opened a restaurant in
Okay, so see, whenever our image comes, it looks nice, but you need to have some depth between the background and the foreground.
Quincy called Open Kettle that quickly became popular, grossing over $5,000 per week by selling coffee for 10 cents and donuts for a nickel. However, Rosenberg wasn't satisfied with the name and changed it to Dunkin Donuts in 1950 after observing customers dunking their donuts in their coffee. As the brand grew in popularity, Rosenberg opened more restaurants.
Okay, so again, the CUC LME, right? LME. So you used any content, right? This time you have produced far beyond the expectation than the last one, right? And every time I see the guy needs keep improving, so I don't want the degradation of the quality at all, right?
Restaurants across Massachusetts.
So one more thing, the map you have chosen is not looking nice, and it has already the copyright thing on it.
And franchised the business in 1955.
Use something else over here in the side edges and the blurry thing that I told you. And this color scheme is not looking nice. If and whatever the color key, right, or key light, whatsoever you can use, and you could have got this thing out of it, and then there could be a different background, and then thing could have gone very well. Means you could have removed this blue background, and then there can be different kind of motions you could have used if you are capable enough.
Eventually growing to over 1,000 locations by 1979, and now more than 12.
So this map is looking better than this map. The only reason this is like a class 10th quality map, right?
More restaurants across.
You could have used geo layers over here to explain this.
Massachusetts, and franchised the business in 1955, eventually growing to over 1,000 locations by 1970.
So once you can see there is no difference, no contrast, and the things look not that strong appealing to the eyes. You see the white, yellow, white, not looking nice. Whereas when you will go further, it will look like
and now, more than 12,000.
As you have white background, it's not looking nice. But imagine that this yellow and brown combination.
Worldwide.
Remove this guy. Okay? This note is stretching that's happening.
At 25 in 1963, Robert Rosenberg assumed control of the chain from his father, and he served as the head until 1999. As a graduate of Harvard Business School.
It's okay, nice work, okay? Because you are not provided a set, so I'm not complaining a lot. But every time you need to have this kind of work at least, right?
Robert implemented various changes.
But this color is not looking that nice. Background color. Yellow on yellow is not looking nice. It could have gone again to the theme, this red one, right? That I mentioned earlier. If it were like the similar kind of red sky going over there. See, try to maintain the consistency, right? This is what is required. So see, when you have used this, see, I have asked you many times not to use this kind of thing, but still it's okay in the quality, you can use it, but try to avoid this thing with proper expression. I know you guys feel initially a lot of scarcity of the set, that's why. See, this contrast is looking way better than the contrast we had over here. This contrast, right?
His operations during his tenure. These changes included simplifying the menus, adopting paper and
again, you are using overlay everywhere.
Styrofoam cups, and adding new items like muffins, bagels, donut holes, croissants, breakfast sandwiches, culottes, and other beverages. Robert also initiated a national advertising campaign.
In the upcoming time, you will see the another editor has used very good work in showing this word, national advertising campaign. So this doesn't look nice, a national advertising campaign. I'll show you what he has used. Let me remind where it is, 242. So this guy's work is looking nice in the terms. You'll see it has got that feel by doing multiple projects, what the project should look like.
In 1983,
You see?
Dunkin Donuts.
See, you don't have to lose the quality in terms, either you are showing the history. I totally understand that when history comes, guys feel some scarcity, but you have to show it in this way form. It means our video, despite the history is bad, looking bad, despite our history is bad, we need to show it extremely exciting, great.
Donuts launched an
advertising campaign. See?
Advertising campaign.
Why it's looking nice? There's the green, it's looking contrasty, and over here you see the advertisement, you see the comp work.
The need
And I'll say this is not good.
for large buildings to
So this is comp, but this should be in red team only.
produce and finish donut.
Very good work. I like this, right? And I'll just quickly review all your work first. So far we are done. I'm not asking to use red again, but this is not in contrast.
His operations.
This is what I'm saying.
During his tenure, these changes included simplifying the menus, adopting paper and styrofoam cups, and adding new items like muffins, bagels, donut holes, croissants, breakfast sandwiches, culottes, and other beverages.
So one thing you could have done, you could have given the short name what they are saying everywhere, right?
During his tenure, these changes included simplifying the menus, adopting paper and styrofoam cups, and adding new items like muffins, bagels, donut holes, croissants, breakfast sandwiches, culottes, and other beverages. Robert also initiated a national advertising campaign that revamped the store layout
Very good work. I like this motion work.
by replacing stools and counters with tables. Additionally, he expanded the company's reach by offering Dunkin Donuts in non-traditional locations and selling franchise.
So I totally understand this is required, right? You need show a franchise, but if you could have gone this done, and there could have been some different background or something else.
To multi-unit operators. To facilitate growth, Robert introduced satellite locations and a commissary system that eliminated.
So this color schema is not appreciated over here. You see this pink and this yellow.
Eliminated the need for large buildings to produce.
So this is looking nice. 3D, whenever 3D comes, it apparently looks very great, okay?
Produce and finish donuts.
I like this work.
In 1980,
Now you see the little bit in terms of contrast, there is little bit less motion, but still there is a good contrast work. You see in 1993 is writing over there, and then it's looking nice. Let's see first.
to produce and finish donuts. In 1983, Dunkin Donuts launched an advertising
So this is like the best part with this editor, right?
campaign.
See, when I can notice everything, other viewers can also notice other thing. We don't want the movie look in 3 parts, okay?
Highlighting the freshness of its brand. They aim.
So whenever you use, see, if you would have used this dark yellow, I'm talking about the first editor I'm talking, right? So if you had used this kind of a yellow, means dark brown, see how it's looking better, right? Than the light brown. Okay, you see yourself. I'm on in this. Okay, from this it should be like this.
1983, Dunkin Donuts launched an advertising campaign highlighting the freshness of its brand.
So this brown is why this is looking better and not that, because when now if you write the text on this background, and let's say in the different direction, if you would have written the text in this direction and this, it could have with yellow, it is going to look very great, right?
They aimed to find an actor who could portray a friendly and trustworthy baker.
I can see good work.
hoping that customers would
Why this is looking better? Means there's a dark and contrast work.
link this image with their brand. After conducting hundreds of auditions, Michael Vale was eventually chosen. From
One thing, editor number 2, right? One thing that you have used this background, and in the upcoming part you have used another background. Okay. So again I can see the motion work is okay, you have used, but this background is not looking nice.
From 1981 to 1997, Vale starred as Fred.
So instead of just writing the date, you could have some scene over here in the between. The scenario of the 1981 and 1997, 1981 to 97, okay? So the motion work is okay, you started using the presentation, but use some scene and or instead you could have used the background, that background that you have used later on.
1981 to 1997, Vale starred as Fred the
Now one thing about this scene, I have already seen, you have used this TV scenario. I appreciate that you have done the basic, the homework that usually VFX guys receive of putting things into the TV. It's nice, but you have used it for a very long time, okay? So this is not okay. You can use it for some time this, then you could have used the your scene into full or some with the 3mm or any background overlay, right? I mean, so with the overlay, old school overlay, right? And then again, you could have come in the TV with zooming and zoom out or with other presentation ways.
the baker in Dunkin Donuts.
You see, for how long you going to use this ad in just one TV? This is not good.
Vale starred as Fred the baker in Dunkin Donuts' commercials, and the public quickly developed an affection for him. In these commercials, Fred would wake up early, declare his famous catchphrase, "Time to make the donuts," head straight to the kitchen, make a fresh batch of donuts, and happily serve them to customers
So you see, for this long, we don't use anything.
at Dunkin Donuts. This instilled a sense of faith in the
Means you could have used this text a little bit in bottom because we need to show something.
brand's dedication to serving freshly baked goods, a clear distinction from those sold in supermarkets.
So nice work.
With Dunkin earning people's trust, let's now see what happened next.
So you see, I still can see every time. I can see this. And you see again, the contrast matters. Your high quality PNG and thing matters. Despite its history, try to show something very exciting with the, at least if you cannot show, try to show in color. See, this part is again going to look very nice.
Today, Dunkin Donuts is one of the top food chains, recognized
White on white isn't looking nice.
for its fresh food items, innovative marketing technique,
Use some blurry or some motion, but do not use on the screen.
and exciting new donut concepts. It's fascinating that they're responsible for the birth of the donut spelling, previously written as donuts. This sparked a debate about spelling conventions, with 6.5
So I was talking about this background, right? You have used this background and earlier you used very bad background. So use this same background over there and put some scene. I'm talking about this scene, right? So it is like on 437, right? So this was the scene. So instead of this, use this 437, okay?
0.9.
Okay, I think you got the point. So this is looking premium, but still you need to have something running over here.
Billion donuts sold daily, and 1.9 billion cups of coffee
Looking nice, nice work.
sold yearly. They have become the most extensive franchise for donuts and bagels worldwide. Dunkin Donuts is famous for
So editor number 1, you can use something like this in the side edges.
its cost-friendly
See, can you see side edges are being moved?
cups of coffee sold yearly. They have become the most extensive
You see on the side edges?
franchise for donuts and bagels worldwide.
So it's giving the dynamism.
Dunkin Donuts is famous for its cost-friendly
You see now it is going to look, see the contrast, he has got the contrast. Instead of that blue, you use this blue. Instead of that brown, your yellow, use that earlier mentioned yellow. Brown.
appeal.
So you see this motion that is going on. You can use smoke, you can use anything, but in the side and with the blur as well as, and with the low opacity.
This sparked a debate about spelling conventions. With 6.4 million donuts sold daily and 1.9 billion cups of coffee sold yearly, they have become the most
Keep noticing this side. This is like required.
extensive franchise for donuts and bagels worldwide. Dunkin Donuts is famous for its cost-friendly appeal, which many people
So contrast, I like.
prefer over Starbucks.
So as I mentioned, you use this. So don't use in future, right? This kind of things.
Their advertisements and campaigns are known to set a friendly tone, and they introduce
So now I was telling, like instead of using flat video, he has some elements over here in the side edges, right, with blurry thing.
set a friendly tone, and they introduced a new concept called on-the-go ordering, which allows customers to place orders 24 hours
So you see,
in advance. They have had celebrity spokesmen like Al Pacino and support many charities.
so as I said, anything which is like in low quality is not going to look good. So the bad people, the pure people in the movie also not going to look good. But it's still okay. I can see the charity work.
Fundraisers, medical
Now you have used 3 images over there. Why? Use some comp work. You could have cut this thing, and then in the 3D space you could have simultaneously.
research, hospital,
Don't use this quality of thing. Despite it is in reality it is like this. Use some big hospital, some big buildings or anything, right? For this I want to show you some example what I am talking about, right? Let's move it to something else. See, you see the quality everywhere. If you're going to see the building, means can you see the quality of the things? Alright, I have asked him to put it in below. What I was telling you with buildings, let the building comes. How building should look like, I'm telling you. You see the quality of the movie?
Zhang saw things different. Leadership 995 achieved remarkable success within
You see the
just
building
6
quality?
months of its inception, with the launch of 6 applications.
You see the quality we are making. This is the asset provided already to them.
This young girl ultimately becomes his happily ever after.
You see?
Abundance of startup and management expertise under his belt.
You see?
Zhang only has one
Now this is not the real Jang's photo. He has used this image.
goal in mind: to build a revolutionary company
You
that
see
will
the
transform
work?
numerous industries.
So this is a different quality work, right?
The company's net.
So this is not the real photo. Now we have started providing them, right? Yes, this is the building I was talking about. We have provided this building, and he has used in this comp.
Is now
Now this ByteDance isn't available, but he has written on it, right?
regarded as one of China's most innovative tech companies. General
See this building.
Atlantic, SoftBank, Primavera Cap.
See the quality of the building, right? So I'm just telling you, use a high quality of thing regardless. It is this is not the Primavera Capital Group. So I'm not asking to use entirely fake things, but if you want to show the hospital, this could also be the hospital, right? Kind of hospital. So this is what I wanted to point you. Okay, now just come back to the point where we were. So you were in charity. You were doing charity, right? So you use this hospital. You must have searched this, even if it is real, then it's okay. But try to cut things, right, and then bring it into the PNG form. So neither your hospital is looking great.
fundraisers, medical research,
So medical research should have come in one PNG like this.
hospitals,
Hospital is like hospital in let's say a very poor country. This is not the hospital we look for.
and cancer institutes.
So you want cancer institute, put this building.
Dunkin Donuts uses taglines to target specific groups with its pink and orange logo.
Very good motion work, right? I like this part.
Specific groups with its pink and orange logo
Imagine what you need to do ultimately. You need to create to depict the story.
appealing to children
Very nice work.
Their tagline, time to
Now one thing, you have used this clock for hell lot of time. Please remove it.
make the donuts,
Don't use overlay thing kind of thing very much, right? I don't like
aimed
it.
to improve their image with the working class.
So this is your working class. The waiter is cleaning his hand. Is this your working class? You listen the line also.
Time to make the donut. The children, their tagline, time to make the donuts, aimed to improve their image with the working class by presenting a relatable picture of dedication to
Can you see how long you have used this overlay? Why? You must have forgotten it, I think.
with the working class by presenting a relatable picture of dedication towards work. America runs on
Okay, you must have used for dedication towards their work, but you have used that clip for long. Remove that clip as well as put some Dunkin hotel restaurant image PNG or use some background. I don't know.
Dunkin emphasized that many Americans start their day with donuts and coffee. The You Can Do It campaign stressed encouragement and motivation, portraying them as loyal friends to their customers. Despite being successful,
So this editor has used way lot BGM, bigger BGM means high volume BGM, and one can easily see now the things have changed. So we want consistency in the movie. Everybody should render properly. The music should be done properly. It should not go beyond or beyond the change, right?
Dunkin Donuts
Again, see why this editor is also looking nice, because he has used the contrast feel. Okay.
has had its fair share of controversy.
Now this editor has drastically improved his work. He is very slow, but still his work is improving every day.
Over the years, Dunkin Donuts has been involved in various controversies. In 2013,
I don't like plain backgrounds. Okay.
they faced accusations of
Very nice looking girl.
using blackface in an advertisement featuring a woman in Thailand promoting her chocolate donut.
See, nice motion work.
The Thailand DD
Good background.
CEO refused to apologize, dismissing it as
Very nice comp. I like this comp. Color grading, color contrast. Okay.
paranoid American thinking. But the company headquarters later did
So editor number one, can
apologize.
you see he has also used this thing as a overlay or something, and the things are going in motion, and he has used the PNG. Means okay.
In 2007,
The contrast is okay, but he should have used something else in the background over here with blurry or something else. Because everywhere you can't show the highway. Okay, editor number 3, I'm talking about to you. You can't show the highway everywhere.
Dunkin Donuts was hit
But still the background is looking nice. Nobody can see. We are looking from very critical eyes, being very looking for the quality. But for the viewers, it's okay. This quality is okay. But I'm mentioning few things which are very peculiar.
with multiple lawsuits, including claims of not using
So whenever you use dark background and thing, the things go better, right?
real blueberries, using margarine instead of butter, and using beef instead of steak. In
Very bad thing, right?
2018, a Baltimore
Don't like this cheap quality work. Neither map.
branch of the chain displayed a sign on their counter
Good work.
asking customers to report employees who spoke languages other than English.
So his work, that's why it's looking nice, because he has calm work and he started using contrast feel to it.
This sparked outrage and was considered a racist move. Dunkin Donuts eventually acknowledged the sign's inappropriateness.
So one thing for your future navigation, don't try to use and don't use any music, right? He is getting an accusation, he is getting sued for using black woman or something, and now you are using rock music. This is entirely shit, right?
And removed it. Additionally, there have been allegations that Dunkin Donuts throws away unsold donuts instead of donating them to food banks.
Contrast always matter. And poor cheap quality cutting also. This head is also not looking very nice. You must have molded it or whatsoever. You tried your best. Okay, appreciated. Your chapter is animation is okay, but remove it.
In January 2019, Dunkin Donuts
More contrast, better it's going to look.
officially announced
but you don't use different kind of color everywhere. If decide this red or that red or something else. Now this is okay for just contrast in the theme, and earlier it was brown in the theme, and then in the very beginning it was golden in the theme. So try to make it for the future. I am telling this, right? It's okay, the background is okay, but wherever whatsoever I have mentioned, please correct it.
That they would drop donuts from their name. Following a test run in some stores in 2018, the decision was based on the fact that 60% of their revenue came from
See, this is high quality of rupee, right? Notes, right?
beverages, particularly
Everything he has used, because he has done many projects and he know what is going to be accepted and what's not.
coffee. Additionally, the company
Now for this very long he has used this image.
recognized that
Means this video clip is used for very long, and always listen to the context also, what's being said.
Additionally, the company recognized that the growing trend of health-conscious consumers might lead
So health conscious consumer should have come by this time. Earlier you showed the people are means eating it whatsoever the context, and now health consumer, and there should be again comp work.
to declining
So this is okay.
donut sales. However, it is essential to note that the name change does not mean Dunkin is eliminating donuts from its menu. Donuts will continue to be a part of the food chain's offering,
Very nice camera rotation, right?
and customers can still enjoy their favorite
Side edges and blur, not a flat.
morning treats before heading to work.
Okay, thank you guys. I think you got. Please editor, complete it as soon as possible. Right, the movie needs to go. Everyone has done good work, right? And here and there, everything is looking very nice. But only few thing I want to mention in the very first part. It's not looking nice. Is this work, this one, and many things I have mentioned, right? Please go through the video again and again, and you will find. Hope you are learning whatever I'm saying. Make it comp and it will look nice, right? Use some other background, because with one quality of this PNG, there can be another thing, and then with high quality, and then you could have you should change this into what the font we are using, and then it would look nice, right? Hopefully you got the valuable lessons, right? Get this PNG, and this work was nice, and everything is looking nice. Don't use this map. So hopefully you got the video, you enjoyed. Nice work, the editors. I appreciate, and you guys gonna create massive work, quality work, and soon you'll be having very good hands in your future, right? You guys are learning the quality, what the quality means, and soon you will guys be doing very great work. Okay, thank you, thanks a lot.